Have you ever been afraid that something you listed online will actually sell? Well, that came up to me just yesterday. Yesterday, I cleaned up and listed this right here. These two Apple paddles, these two game controllers. And after I listed them, and I've got them listed for 4 times what the last person that I could find that sold ones like these at $76. I've got it listed 4 times that amount of money. Why should I be afraid that these will sell? Well, I think the reason is right here inside this camera shot that you're looking at. And that's the reason why I pulled off those controllers, because look at this. I have these 2 drives right here. I also have an original Apple II that's in fantastic condition that I'm getting ready to replace some keys on to bring it into full working order. It's in fantastical cosmetic condition, but it needs some work on some of the keys. And I've found some keys online, so I'm going to replace those keys. And if I do that, won't that make an excellent set, having these 2 drives, having in beautiful condition a drive card for those. This is the Disc 2 interface card, as well as a few other cards that I have right behind me. I've got a grappler card. I've got a Micromax video card for doing 80 columns. I also have an Easy card. To be honest, I have cards that I don't even know what they do. Every time I look one of these up, I'm like, oh, that's kind of a cool function. So my concern was, if I sell those paddles for $304, am I really just taking away some value for that complete setup that I'll have with that Apple II, those drives, a bunch of cards, and then also those original game controllers that would have shipped with the Apple II, that probably shipped in 1979 with those controllers, those paddles being part of that lot? Well, that's what I'm concerned about. I do not want to take away the value of that complete set, that complete vintage Apple set, collector quality, all of those pieces, by selling these 2 paddles for $304 and then regretting it when I don't have them to include in that whole set. So I pulled them offline, and I don't regret it, because if I don't get what I want for the whole Apple II set, I can always go back and sell those Apple II paddle controllers by themselves. I might not get the $304. I think it is going to be worth it with those Apple stickers that I just don't find on other ones. So I think that makes this a pretty cool piece. But in that whole total lot, I'm thinking I might be able to get $2,000 for that computer with a bunch of these other components, with everything in working condition. So I pulled the paddles offline, and so if you're following that auction, you're going to see that they're not there. There's no quantity there on that, and that is because I pulled them offline while I figure out the rest of this Apple II setup and see if I can sell all of these things together.